This is a video where I answer your questions. Hey guys, it's Haley. So last week I asked you to send me any questions that you might have for me, and then I would make a video with the answers. So here is the video where I answer your questions, and here we go. Turn that off. Will there be any video for Once Upon a Time? If you don't know, Once Upon a Time is one of my original songs from my album From Where I Stand. And currently there's no plans for a video for that song. There's another one that I'm kind of planning a video for that I'm actually going to need you guys' help with. So stay tuned for that, and I will be sending out more information soon. What's your favorite jelly for peanut butter and jelly? Well, I never really liked jelly. I normally just liked a plain peanut butter sandwich, so I'm going to have to go with no jelly. Rick the Click from the band, they used to be Fast Forward Music, and now they are 21-2. He asked, how did you feel about the photograph cover we did? Did you have another picture of how the song should have sounded in your head? If you haven't heard that song or seen that video that we made, you can check it out by clicking right here. And I am actually very happy with how it turned out. It was really, really fun to work with those guys. Yeah, I don't think I could have pictured it sounding another way. So yeah, I really liked it. What do you like more, summer or winter? Well, living in Wisconsin, we have a pretty long winter, and it is nice. The first snowfall is all pretty and peaceful, and I like that part. But it does kind of get old after the first couple months of it, so then you wish that it would just go away and it would be sunny out like it is now. It's summertime and it's beautiful, and so for now I'm gonna say summer, but winter does have its upsides too. Do you think you could beat Brandon in a rap battle? Brandon is my brother, and he raps, and I do not think that I could beat him in a rap battle, because I think he is really talented, and he could definitely beat me in a rap battle. Do you plan on going on tour soon? Hopefully. I'm currently trying to figure out how to plan a tour and stuff like that. I really, really want to go out and meet you guys and play live for you guys. I haven't gotten to do that really much yet, so hopefully I will get out there soon and get to meet you. I have a few questions asking when the next album is going to be released, and currently I'm working on writing new songs, and I will continue to do so. There's no real plans for a new album yet, but I will keep you updated, and I'm sure it will happen at some point, so I'll let you guys know. I have a bunch of questions about guitars, so I'm just going to go down the line and answer them. Acoustic or electric? Acoustic, although I do want to get an electric guitar at some point and just learn how to do cool stuff. Which model is your Taylor guitar? I have a 416 CE Taylor, and I just got a GS Mini Taylor, the Rosewood one. When did you get your first guitar? I got my first guitar on my 12th birthday. How many guitars do you have now? I have 4 guitars. I have my first guitar, which was a Washburn Oscar Schmidt, which was in my first few videos on YouTube. And then I got a Takamine, which is in kind of the middle section of my YouTube video collection. And now I have a Taylor 416, which is my absolute favorite. And I just got a GS Mini, Taylor GS Mini, and I sold my baby Taylor to get the GS Mini recently. So those are my guitars, and I love them all. And yes. Which musical instrument do you like the most? I like all the instruments that I currently play. I like the guitar, I like the ukulele, I like the piano. I've been teaching myself how to play the piano. But I think guitars will always have my heart, because it's kind of the first instrument that I was ever able to really play, and I really have loved being able to play the guitar. And if you are debating whether or not to learn how to play guitar, I would say go for it, because it is so much fun and you will not regret it. I have a few questions asking who my favorite artist/band is, and Paramore and Ingrid Michaelson are my favorite artists/bands. I got to see both of them live last year at Summerfest, and it was wonderful, and I would say those are my 2 biggest inspirations as well. I have a bunch of questions about songwriting and how I write songs, what inspires me to write songs, and any advice that I have for people who want to start songwriting or are kind of stuck in songwriting. And how I write songs is really different every time. There's no real strict process that I go through. Sometimes I'll be playing a chord progression and really like it and kind of think of lyrics off of that. Sometimes it'll be a word that I think of, and sometimes it's a melody that I'll think of, and I don't really have a process. It's just a bunch of randomness. What inspires me to write songs is basically the world around me. Stories are fascinating to me. The fact that we each have our own story and are living our own lives, and we share experiences, but we don't have the same stories or the same outcomes of those experiences, and I just think that's fascinating. And so I write a lot about like stories of my own life, and then I'll hear from other people about how a song that I wrote from the experience of my life, and then how it relates to them in a totally different way. And that is just so cool to me, to hear how people relate to songs that I write in ways that I wasn't even thinking of when I wrote it. Advice for songwriting. One thing would definitely be to keep either a phone or a notebook or a recorder or something like that with you, so that you can write down lyrics or things that you think of, or record melodies that you think of, because there's nothing worse than thinking of something and then not having anything to write it down or document it with, and then later remembering that you thought of something but not being able to remember what you thought of. And then you're like kicking yourself for not writing it down or recording it because you were super excited about it, and that happens to me often. So keeping a phone, like I said, I have notes in my phone of lyrics, and I have recordings of melodies and other song ideas. So it's really, really great to be able to write down things as you think of them. And sometimes it's just random little things that come to you and you just want to remember them. So keep something like that so that you will not have the disappointment of forgetting it. Another thing is to not give up on it. I remember when I was in 8th grade and I first started writing songs, they weren't the best songs in the world. They weren't very good, and I just kept writing. I brought a notebook with me to every class in 8th grade, and I would just sit and write lyrics, and I had this whole notebook full of lyrics that I wrote at school. And yeah, they weren't great. I kept writing because I loved it. I loved getting my thoughts down on paper and then turning it into a song that was mine. And there's something incredible about that. And it's just really important to not give up, even if the songs aren't great, even if you're not extremely happy with it, to just keep practicing and developing your skills, because I mean, with anything in life, that's what you have to do. You have to keep at it. It's not going to be perfect at first, and it's really never going to be perfect. I'm still learning how to better get my thoughts down on paper and how to write better melodies and play the guitar better, and it's something that you just have to keep practicing, and just don't give up on it because it is really fun. So that's all that I have right now. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for sending in your questions. I hope you enjoyed watching me answer them. And yeah, if you want to get more updates besides on just the YouTube, I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram that you can follow. Links are in the description. And yes, I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!